So guys, welcome back to part 2 of Dave's fitting. Last week we obviously went through what lie angle he needed. We also went through his swing weight, which is a big thing that maybe you don't see at fitting, so that's why it is such an in-depth fitting here at SGGT. However, you'll notice that's not where we are today, and unfortunately Dave is not with me. He's not made the cut here. You know, I am out in Gran Canaria at Anfitoro Golf Club doing some videos for the channel, which will be on shortly. But let's get to Dave's fitting. Today we're talking about what kind of shaft makeup is Dave going to go for. So let's get you over.
So everything in both bays is pured. So what that means is it goes through the SST puring machine. We put the shaft in there, it puts pressure on the shaft in certain directions and then oscillates the shaft to basically find its most efficient line.
Okay.
It just enables us to really guarantee whatever you get fitted for will feel the same as what you get, so that everything comes out the build shop the same. So we're going to go with a tightness T150. Like you said, you wanted to play a tightness. Let's see if we can get you in one. So flatten that lie a little bit for you.
And this is your own adapter device to go in any club, is it?
Yeah, so every head and every shaft will work together in here. We also have the ability to blow the grips off. We can change grip thickness, we can change layering of tape during the fit, and we can also put extensions in to give us the interims in length changes. So in here, every shaft model has a 4-iron, 6-iron, a 6-iron plus half an inch, an 8-iron and a pitching wedge, each of which can be extended half an inch, 3/4 of an inch and a full inch in length. So it just enables us to make sure that we get the right sort of give the person the right length exactly, instead of just saying, oh, you're playing another half inch on top of what you're hitting here today. You actually get to experience what you have.
Yeah, which is one of probably the only places in the UK that does that, if the only.
To our knowledge, we're the only place that offers the 468 wedge.
I'm going to say I've never, whenever I've been
you
to
won't get it
fittings
from
before,
a manufacturer or anyone like that. Exactly the same swing weight, exactly the same lie, exactly the same loft and shaft as what you currently play, just in that T100. So this is it. You've gone from what you play into a completely different manufacturer, but exactly the same setup.
So all the parameters is exactly
Everything's exactly the same. So you can test this. And ultimately what we want to do here is we'll go with this head as sort of like the baseline testing head.
Yeah.
And then that allows us to then go through all the shafts, because we now know we've got the same shaft, same brass weight in the handle, and we've got the same swing weight that we've achieved. So that head weight is very similar to what you've got within a couple of grams.
A little bit left, but
yeah, not too bad.
no.
Thoughts on the head?
Nice.
It just gives us this baseline where we've got this opportunity to know, right, okay, well, we've got a reasonable head. It's given us similar sort of numbers than where you were. We're just going to now use this to find where's best to go from there.
So, I mean, you don't see many graphite shafts on irons. Is that just a weight thing, or?
Not look behind you.
Yeah, I know. I get that, but I'm talking about when you're out on the golf course, you know.
Yeah,
I don't see many people who've bought them.
I think it's there's a bit of a stigmatism about them. I mean, I play graphite in mine.
I used to have a set of pings that were graphite.
I think when you look at sort of the technology and how all sports and so on have gone lighter, but still maintaining that tensile strength, you look at something like graphite, it's used heavily in sports cars, tennis rackets, hockey sticks, running shoes. It's inevitable. Like,
so it's
all golfers will go graphite at some point.
It's a bit like people always buying a driver with a stiff shaft because that's what they do, because that makes them feel more
creatures of habit. We just
of a man.
Go through a cycle, don't we?
Yeah.
So what I want to do here, I think, with the sort of club head speed below 70, right, I want to put something a little bit lighter in your hands.
Okay.
Okay. So we're just going to go into the VA Badass.
I didn't mean to point in the direction of a graphite shaft, by the
way.
No.
That was already there. So this VA, they're a boutique sort of composite shaft manufacturer. So this is an all graphite product, a little bit lighter than what you're used to playing. So we'll just see where we get to swing weight wise. We'll probably throw the head up a wee bit, being a lighter shaft. D4.5. Right, let's get that swing weight back. I'll just have to do it there. D2. Right, that's not too bad. Okay, so it's a little bit heavier in terms of balance.
Okay.
But as a raw weight, it's a much lighter golf club. Have a few swings because it'll feel very different to you when you first get this moving.
I won't stand there, Chris. Didn't need to worry at all, did you?
Nicely done. How does that feel?
That felt lovely.
Yeah, nice spin.
Is it?
Yeah, 5.2, so a little bit higher than where you were. I remember you walked in at 4.9, so a little bit higher, a little bit faster ball speed again.
Very good.
Lovely shot.
Feels nicer, a lot nicer.
So look at that there. Remember we were sort of below 90, 91, 92. We've gone into graphite. Your club head speed's picked up 3 miles an hour and your ball speed shot up 5-6 miles an hour. Also, you just hit 130 on the carry with appropriate spin, more height and a steep land angle. So if we can control the trajectory and get that land angle nice and steep and we keep the spin on the ball's going to stop. And again, your 8 irons are really attacking golf club.
Yeah, yeah.
The function of it is to go at a flag and we want it to land and stop quite quickly. So we need this to stay 45 plus. We need the height as high as we can get it without sacrificing distance. And we need to spin to get that ball really reactive.
I will
on the
admit,
green.
stopping mid-irons is an issue, isn't it, Chris?
It is. That's gone probably as far as your 7 iron would normally.
Yeah.
With that shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faster again.
Really?
98 ball.
Oh.
133. Still a little bit shallower that time. Bit different that, isn't it?
Mm.
So, and did it feel easier, harder?
No, it feels really easy to hit. I'm surprised because with it being so much lighter, I thought it'd sort of feel a bit sort of wavy.
Yeah.
But no, it felt really nice.
Good. Good.
And Chris will tell you that, you know, normally when he says, how did it feel? I'm just like, well, just feels all right. But no, that felt really different, but
so
nice.
For me, you look at this, right? So because we've got the swing weight quite similar, you look at your speed. So you've gone from 69.7 to 70.4. So not really a big difference, 0.7 there. But that 0.7's gone from 89.1 ball speed to 95 ball speed. In a head that's very similar, well, identical loft, identical lie, very similar head weight. So it's not like you've got more mass in the impact, the ball's being hit by a bigger hammer, theoretically. You've got a better spin, you've gone up 5 feet in height, it's landing a degree and a bit steeper, and you put 10 yards of carry on. So you found a golf club just by, really, you could put these shafts in your golf clubs and you'd see the same progression.
Yeah.
Because when we put that original shaft in, it's no different.
Got you. Yeah.
From your golf club.
Yeah.
Okay, so that head performed the same as your golf club in the same setup. So a like for like, you would just see a straight golf club, and obviously as you get used to them, it makes it much better.
Yeah.
But then also, theoretically, you've got a lighter, better profile shaft. You then can look at and say, well, actually, that means my long irons are going to perform better as well and become a much easier club for you to use.
Well, there's an issue because my long irons are absolutely atrocious.
Is that a polite way of saying it, Dave?
I didn't really want to swear on camera, Chris.
He'll save it for off camera. Happy with that?
Very.
That bit different?
I'm absolutely stunned by the difference. I really am.
Just jam that right in there. So the NV55 reg, so a little bit lighter in weight than where you've just gone. Just testing what's tolerable for you, what's going to work, what's not going to work. 10 grams lighter than where we've just been. So have a few swings with this again. Similar sort of swing weight in and around D2. So you've been D1.5 to D2.5. So a reasonably lighter profile than what you're used to playing. And let's just see how that comes out. And, you know, we've got to go this way to basically, you know, we want to see how light you can physically go. Because, you know, the lighter we can make the club, the faster you can physically move. But there is a point where that becomes out of control and unstrikeable. Nicely done.
Yeah. That felt good.
Good, very similar to where we got the that VA shaft. Lovely shot again. You know, you look at those, pretty good again. That sort of first shot a little thin, but again, that change in weight can sometimes just throw you off for a couple of swings. So you look at where you've gone to, it's interesting, that change in flight, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little less shape on there in that slightly lighter profile. Land angle's a wee bit steeper, height's another 3 feet higher.
I was going to say, it seems higher.
Yeah, but you're also hitting it the same distance with a similar amount of spin and same ball speed. So what's it doing to you? It's just shallowed your angle of attack a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, hit a couple more with that. I quite like that one.
So it's more like there, not where it was. Is that right?
Yeah, perfect. See, I like that because that wasn't a clean strike.
No, it wasn't a clean strike.
Whereas your
at
clean
all.
strikes were going a little sort of dippy down this sort of area. You've kept your carry up, so it's still longer than where you were with yours. Kept the spin up, and crucially, we've not lost too much height. So again, it's still playable from there.
Oh yeah.
And that sort of position.
Oh, that's awful, David.
Yeah, had a little stagger on the mat, didn't it?
See, I call myself David when I've hit something crap.
Full name.
Sunday
Look
name.
at the shape, though.
Yeah, do you know? That's not what I'd expect.
115 through
Feeling
the air.
that
So
shot.
that's 2 yards short of yours, but bullet straight still.
Yeah.
So, you know, you said that was a rubbish strike, but actually, you'd stand there with your mates and you're only a club short,
Yeah.
but still straight. So again, it's just re-emphasising the swing weight's a bit better for you.
Whereas
the lie angle's better
If
for
I'd
you.
have hit that normally, that'd have gone
Yeah.
20 yards left.
So just flattening that lie angle, getting that club a little flatter to the ground, your dispersions come in. Yes, ultimately, front to back, it's quite relevant to how well you strike it as well. But
Yeah.
just another option there, isn't it? Just another way to improve you. Right.
Oh.
So, similar sort of weight bracket. Going to go into the Autoflex. So the technology in here is basically to allow us to transfer as much energy from our swing down the club into the ball as much as possible.
Okay.
Make us hit it as
I've
far
heard
as
of
we
them.
can.
I've never seen one before.
Really popular. Guys looking to find distance and hit it a little bit more consistently, who have a smooth transition, so they're not too aggressive from backswing to downswing. If you overexert them a wee bit, you can start to lose the control from there. But yeah, we'll give it a good go. 1.7, so it's already pretty good at where we've been trying things. I want to see whether we can just what D0 would come out like, or that sort of lighter swing weight, if we can get it that light.
So you're putting brass weights in the end of that.
Yeah.
So how does that work with when you actually build a club.
So the guys will take raw head weight out the hosel basically. So they'll remount the internal structure of this bit.
All right, okay.
To get rid of the weight, if needs be. Depends on what the weight comes out at. So that's D.5. So lightest swing weight we've had so far. So good spin, 5.8.
Yeah.
Highest spin we've had yet.
Didn't feel great, didn't it?
What does it feel like to you, Dave?
Those first two swings, off balance is the wrong word, but it doesn't. It just feels a bit
Out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harder to time.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, we look at it, ball speed, not quite where we have been, especially with that NV shaft that we had previously, or the Badass. Carry distance, not quite there. Spin's good, and we're getting some good height there, 75 feet, but we've been at those sorts of levels before with other products. So if it doesn't quite feel comfortable
No, it doesn't.
and in time, then we've just got to exclude it for you, all right?
Okay.
So far so good, Dave. Obviously feel-wise, to you?
A lot different.
Yes.
I know I said right at the start of this that the Takomos felt heavier, and I thought it was the head, etc. But it appears it's not. It's like swing weight and the shaft, and I'm stunned how much difference swing weight and shaft has made to distance and height and spin.
Okay, so KBS PGI 50. So again, sticking in that sort of realm of 50, 60 grams. Got you out at D0 this time.
Okay.
So quite similar to where we've been testing it.
See, that didn't feel a great strike, but it's gone straight.
Came out good though, 5.7 spin.
Yeah?
A little bit short of where we've been, but it wasn't the cleanest strike like you said. First one we've really got going left, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not too much shape on it though, so it's not like it's shaping left.
No, it's not. It's not curving. That was just
No. And ball speed's down as well. Interesting in that.
A little bit of a pull.
Okay, let's. What does that feel like?
Well, I didn't hit it as well, so not as good.
Right now?
Okay. Better, but left.
Yeah. Just gone into the round. We're just back to where we were in sort of shot shape. There's obviously more ball speed there, but we're just not seeing the same sort of height. So down at sort of averaging 59 feet. Landing angle's a little bit flat. Spin's gone down, but we've found some ball speed. So obviously the graphite's helping in some respect, just not enough in all the other bits that we were looking for. Too. Axiom has a Velocore tip, so very, very stiff through the tip section. Gives you all that stability that you'd expect from sort of like those popular Tor Ventus shafts that are out there. So we'll give this a go, all right?
Okay.
So obviously we've increased the shaft weight for you there. So just testing, see where we can tolerate weight. So if we go up too heavy, do we see that drop off again back to where he was with the steel? And then you question sort of like the benefit of moving from steel to graphite if there's no benefit in that weight profile.
Lower.
Yep.
Caught it a bit bottomy though.
Similar club head speed though, you see going up in weight, we're starting to see you start to regress a little bit in speed.
Yeah.
So for me, I look at that and just go, well, look at the spin there. So the
Yeah.
spin's dropped down,
So-
sort of how it's reacting. Yeah, great. You know, you've hit it 134 through the air, but it's coming too shallow with not enough spin.
So what's the point?
So it's not an 8 iron. It's
No.
not reacting like an 8 iron should. It's not flying like an 8 iron should. Does that make sense?
It does, perfect, yeah.
'Cause if you wanted to hit it that far, you know, we'd get you in a 7 iron
Yeah.
in a better shaft. One that's going to react better. Okay. Badass. 65.
Was the MV lower weight than that?
Yeah, 55. There we go.
Thank you. You wouldn't believe that 10 grams would feel so much different in weight, would you? But it does.
Okay, carries back, spins
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Back to that sort of neutral flight that we were looking
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
Nicely done.
Tell you what, that were a decent shot for me with that. Is that one?
Yeah.
Spins back up.
Yeah. And then what we'll do now, we've found what we feel is a good shaft head weight combination. Between these two, we'll just pick which one's working, look at the numbers and see which one's going to be best. Then we can go through the heads and try and see which one you feel most comfortable with looking at, which one's going to give you the most benefit in trying to get the right flight, etc. I know you pulled that a little bit, but definitely a faster ball speed.
It's not moved from right to left. It's a straight pull.
Yeah, it's just straight
So-
pull, no real shape on it whatsoever, is there? You know, it's just highlighting that, you know, you swung it 7 degrees left,
Yeah.
so it's going to go left, right? Just very, very similar. Yeah, lovely ball speed. I much prefer this one.
Yes.
I think you'll find it easier as well, being that lighter weight as a raw weight. You'll find it easier if we get it into some long irons as well. Just shy of sort of 130 carry. Really good spin. Yeah, much better.
So you see there, guys, we went through a lot of shafts there and Dave's changed into graphite. So we're going to be sending those clubs off shortly, but now the big discussion is the top end of his bag. Dave was using a 6 iron occasionally. He did have a 6 hybrid, a 5 hybrid, a 4 hybrid and a 3 hybrid. Where will he change, or will he still get these clubs changed maybe for another occasion? That's going to be on next week, guys. Dave has got his clubs back, he's been playing with them, so that video will shortly follow next week's video, and you'll see exactly what Dave's got and how it has maybe improved his game and is going to help him lower his scores this year.